Hi everybody. So today I filmed this look. I saw a YouTube video. I was watching YouTube and someone that I follow, their name is Sophie Bella. It's like two twins, I'm pretty sure they're twins. And they did a look like this. So yeah, basically I just followed along with the look. I did the first eye off camera and I'm showing you how I do it to make it seem a little bit simpler. There's also a huge car outside making noise and being disrespectful, so. But she got the look from an Instagram person. It was like, I don't remember the name of it, but she says it in their video. So if you want to watch her video, I do basically the same exact look that they did. Actually did the same exact look they did. It's not basically, I did that. So yeah, I just wanted to give credit to that, but I wanted to try the look because it's a lot different than what I normally do. I do the cut crease action a lot, you know, but it's definitely more defined for me, and there's like an extra little line there with the wings. So I really like this look. I would like it a lot more than I expected I would. So yeah, go check out that video after you watch this one, you know, and yeah, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting with one eye already done. So this is what it'll look like. Well, it's like halfway done. So, oh my god, my hair is still in my braid. Maybe I should take it out. Whenever I have my hair in a braid, like, my front pieces just never want to stay in. I also need to wash my hair, but that's another story. Okay, here we go. So I started by filling in my eyebrows with, why was I like so close? Okay, I started by filling in my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and yeah, I carved them out with my Tarte Shape Tape, and then I set them with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder. So yeah, I'm using 3 different palettes today because that's what I needed to get these colors. I did it based off of a picture, so I didn't, like, I just took the colors that I needed. I didn't do it based on just like using a palette. So I used the Anastasia Modern Renaissance, the Morphe 24A Artist Pass, and the Anastasia Soft Glam. So we're gonna start with the Modern Renaissance. Obviously, if you don't have all 3 of these palettes, you can use whatever color scheme you want or whatever palette you want, it doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna take my Morphe M441 and the shade Raw Sienna right here. And I'm just going to apply this in my crease, and I bring it pretty high up, but you can bring it however high up you need or want. I have to bring my shadows pretty high when I cut my crease because my eyelids like fold. Okay, so once that's down and blended, we're gonna take an angled brush. This is the SL Miss Glam Madison Miller M04 Small Angled Eye brush. And I'm gonna take the shade Love Letter, which is up here. And we're just going to create a line of definition, basically where we're gonna cut the crease. So like that, and then I'm gonna take a blending brush, this is the Morphe M433, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that shade and just blend it into that transition color. And then I'm just gonna go back in with that Raw Sienna shade and just blend them. So kind of like that. And then we're gonna go back in with that angled brush, but in the shade Venetian Red. So it's this one, it's a tiny bit deeper. It's not as much like bright, I don't really know. And I'm just gonna go over that And then I'm gonna take that blending brush with the pink shade on it, but no extra color, and just blend the edge. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut my crease, but I'm going to cut it like kind of sooner, like, all right, there's supposed to be more pink here first off. I'm gonna cut it before the eyeshadow ends, so kind of like right here, so you can see there's still eyeshadow left, because that's where we're gonna leave room to do that little yellow stripe. So I'm just gonna take some of my concealer and the Morphe M224. I've been liking this brush to cut my crease and like carve out my brows lately. So I'm just going to lay the concealer down and then look up and cut my crease. And you want to keep the concealer a little bit lighter on this outer edge, but if you don't, it's really not that important, but just try. Okay, so once you have this general shape, you're gonna take a yellow or like neon shade, whatever. I'm taking the Morphe M166 and going into the Morphe palette, and I'm taking the shade Under the Sun, so this yellow one, and I'm just gonna apply that all over the concealer and pack it on. You can kind of stop like once you get to the outer edge, or just apply it a little bit lighter, because we're gonna be blending the pink there, so. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit of that pink shade and just blend the edges here. Then you're gonna take a black shade. I'm taking the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH42 brush, and I'm going into the Soft Glam palette and taking the shade Noir right here. You only need a little bit of this because it's very pigmented. And I'm just gonna carve out that cut crease we did and stop it like about right here. And then I'm going to take that brush with the pink on it and just diffuse the edges a little bit. And then I'm gonna take a little pencil brush. This is the Morphe M431, and it just has like a, I didn't clean it, so it's from leftover makeup I did, but it has like a little bit of a mixture of just like black and brown and just whatever. And I'm just gonna use this to diffuse the edges a little more. You can take a tiny bit of that black, mix it with like a brown if you want, just to diffuse these edges here so they're not super harsh, but it's still defined and it's blended. What we're gonna do is we're going to clean up the eyeshadow, but you don't want to cut it like right against the black. You want to leave some space, so like that, so we still have some shadow room. And then what we're gonna do is take our concealer brush again. I'm just wiping it off on a makeup wipe to get like the color of the eyeshadow off of it when we cut the crease before. And I'm gonna take more concealer and just create a little line right here. Like that, just a little line. And we're gonna place that yellow shade on top, or whatever neon shade you're using or that you use on your lid. So I'm just taking some of that and I'm packing it on top of that concealer. Like that. And then we're gonna do a little wing liner. So you don't want to do this right against the yellow. You want to do it kind of like, just like how you would normally do it, so that the yellow kind of pokes through. So I'm gonna do that. So now we're just gonna do the rest of our face. Yeah, so I already put primer on my face. I used the CoverGirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer, and it's the moisturizing one. Mine's like dirty. So yeah, I put that on my face, and now I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I just had to get a new one of these because I used all of my other one. And I very rarely go through foundations because I feel like I don't know, like I don't really go through foundation. That's not something I really go through because I have a bunch and I just use different ones. But lately I've been loving this one, as you all know. But anyway, I'm going to take the Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH03 brush. I just put one pump on the back of my hand and I'm going to apply this. I haven't been wearing a lot of foundation because my skin has been pretty good lately. Obviously, I have like a pimple right here, but for the most part, my skin has been treating me very nicely. Hopefully, I don't jinx it, but so I haven't been feeling the need to wear a lot of foundation, and my freckles are coming out a little bit because I've been like in the sun and stuff, and I like my freckles, so I don't like to cover them up a lot. So I'm just gonna apply some of this with my brush, and then we'll go over it with the sponge to like get rid of any brush marks and just give a nicer finish. I'm also gonna blend it down my neck. I feel like I need to add a little bit more black to this eye. I feel like it's not as dark over here. Okay, we blended that with the brush. Now I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my hand and kind of just smear it off. There's like a little brush hair. And I'm just gonna go over everything. Oh my god, I'm dropping things. So I really quickly just did this eye. So what I'm gonna do now is take some concealer and just put it under my eyes. And we'll blend that with our sponge. And you wanna be super careful on this outer edge here. And I'm just dragging it down a little in that like classic V shape. Like that. And then I'm just gonna take whatever's like in the lid of my setting powder and just set that in place. You don't need too much. Okay. We'll curl our lashes and apply mascara. You can also do lashes if you want, but I like my normal lashes, so I'm just gonna do that. I've been loving this mascara lately. It's the Honest Beauty. I think it's like Extended Lash or something like that. It has a lash primer and a mascara in one. So I take the primer side and I put it on my lashes. And then I just let that sit a little bit so we can do our lower lash line while we wait. I'm gonna take that yellow shade to move all this. I'm gonna take that yellow shade and apply it to like the inner half of my lower lash line. Right here. And then I'm gonna take that pink shade and kind of blend them together. And then we'll take a little bit of that black and keep that kind of like right where the pink was, but closer, oh my god, closer to the lash line. And then taking that fluffy brush with more of that pink and just blending that out. just going over that yellow a little bit. And yeah, that's the lower lash line. So now we can go in with our mascara side and do a coat of this on the top. And then can do a coat on the bottom. And then I'm gonna let that top kind of dry it down a little bit, and then we'll do a second coat. So in the meantime, what can we do? We can set our eyebrows. That's what we can do. I'm gonna take the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel and just run this through my brows. Go back with that mascara. I feel like this video is all over the place, but I'm all over the place, so makes sense. That is the eye look. I'm gonna just take a Q-tip and get rid of any mascara marks. I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free and Balance Foundation in the shade Toffee, and I'm gonna take this SL Miss Glam Madison Miller MO3 Tapered Blush Brush, and I'm just gonna run that over the brush like that, and then like tap off any extra. And then I'm going to blend this. And this is like cream contour bronzing, whatever you want to call it. But I really like the way this looks when I do this. It gives me that more like warm, like I was in the sun kind of look, you know? It's not like super cool toned, which I really like. Like I feel like it looks, no, I don't know. I just like it, so, and it's easy to blend, especially with this brush. It's just so easy. And then I'm gonna take this angled brush for my nose, if I can find it. Here it is. It's the Morphe E62 that I always use. And I'm just going to run this down my nose. I'm gonna take a cream blush. This is the Honest Beauty Cream Cheek Blush in the shade Coral Peach. It's a new shade that I got. Looks like this. And this is the shade. And I'm going to take this e.l.f. 105 brush. I like this brush for cream blush. So I'm just gonna take it in the pan and then tap off any extra and then just apply it to my cheek area. Maybe this blush wasn't the best choice with this eye look, but whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna run a little bit over my nose for that like sunburn look. I don't know why I like to look sunburned, but I do. So that's that. What's next? What is next? I guess I can take some powder. Where's my sponge? I'm gonna take some more powder and just like clean up this, I guess, because I don't want to set my full face. I just want to set the areas where I need. So I like to set like this jaw area because I feel like I always have my hands on my face and stuff, so I want to set that down. I already set the under eyes, but I definitely want to set the chin and like the mouth area because of smile lines and all that fun stuff. A little bit over my nose. And then some on the center of my forehead. I'm not really doing the perimeters of my face. I'm just gonna pat this in now because I'm gonna use bronzer, so that's like a powder, so I don't need powder and then another powder. I'm taking the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and this big Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush. I probably should have waited to set my brows because this will probably mess them up, but yellow. No, maybe not. Okay. Yes, I love this. I wasn't expecting to like this look as much as I do, but I do. I'm gonna take that angled brush again and just that butter bronzer and go over the nose really quick. And then we'll do highlight. I'm gonna take the Juvia's Place the Tribe highlighter, and this is the volume 3 one. Looks like that. The Morphe by Jaclyn Hill JH38, and I'm just going to apply this to the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my inner corner to complete the eye look and brighten things up a little bit. And then I'm just gonna tap out the nose with my sponge a little. And then I have a gloss I want to use today. It's the ColourPop Luxe Gloss in the shade Tied Up. Looks like this, and it's a little bit deeper, but this look is kind of deep. So I want to apply a lip liner first, I guess. So let's do that. I'm gonna take the Essence Stay 8 Hour Lip Liner in the shade Because Duh, and just line my lips. And I'm gonna fill them in also. And I overlined a little bit because I always do that. And then I'm just gonna take the gloss. I'm gonna wipe my hand first. It's like a purpley gloss, and it has like some reflect in it. I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to take this. We're basically done. I'm just gonna spray my face with the Morphe Luminous setting spray and spray it down. I'm gonna take my fan. There's like a huge truck outside and it's making a lot of noise and I don't appreciate it. Just taking my fan, and then I'm going to tap out my face to set that setting spray in. And yeah, that is it. I don't know if you hear my brother, but anyway, that's the look. It's a little fun, it's different. I've never done a look like this, so first time for everything. I really like that little like yellow line. I think it's really fun. So yeah, if you want to see pictures of it, go to my Instagram, makeup with 3 P's _Sarah. And I made a TikTok, so you can follow that because I do a lot of makeup stuff on there. So yeah, that's just Sarah Cinercia. And yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.